Hello everybody, this is another Hot Wheels collector video. Today we are looking at a very cool car. This is the 99 Honda Civic Type R EK9. As you can see, it is a real nice one. This is from the Boulevard 2023 Mix 2. Mix 3 is just hitting stores now in America as well as Smith's here in the UK. The Entertainer doesn't seem to be on board with Boulevard, at least this year. They were last year, but not this year. So anyways, I'll show you the card art. There it is. Have a look at that. You've probably already seen it. And this is the more desirable out of the set, I would say. And the scalpers, or resellers if you will, are snagging these ones up real fast, unfortunately for us collectors. I managed to get this one from a game, actually. Oddly, they're starting to get Boulevards in as well. They're late to the party though, so I don't think they're getting Mix 3 yet here in the UK. I think they'll get it well after Smiths, but they will get them. It's quite a small game. It's in a Sports Direct, and nobody had took this Civic and the Escort. I've already made a community post on what I found there. Enough rambling about how I found this car then. Let's talk about some facts about this car in real life. So this car was only available in Japan when it was new. So you couldn't purchase it anywhere else in the world. Obviously you have to get it imported now. I know that here in the UK you can. I'm not sure about America. I think there's like a 20 or 25 year thing you've got to wait. I'm not sure what that's all about, but it is just something that I know a lot of Americans are quite angry at, because it means they can't get some cool stuff like Lotuses, for example. The older Lotuses from like the 2000s, they can't get them, as well as Japanese cars from the 2000s. So this car has a 0 to 60 in 6.7 seconds and a quarter-mile speed of 15.3 seconds. And it also has a top speed of 140 mph an hour, which isn't too bad, to be honest. Quite a lot of modern day regular cars can't even hit 140, so this is a nice car. This car produced over 182 horsepower from its 1.6 litre engine. This was, well, in today's standards that's not very much. It's not that impressive, but back then this was one of the highest power outputs for this size engine, so the 1.6 litre engine at the time. So quite an impressive little car, and obviously it's like a little go-kart. Two-door car, really cool looking, and it was really desirable, and I know people are really importing them at quite a fast rate here in the UK, because obviously we want this one. I think this is perhaps the most desirable Type R. The one after it I don't think was quite as desirable, and doesn't have as much value. I think it's at about 5,000, but this one I think's over 10,000 if you want one. If you want a Type R, it's probably about 20, so it is really expensive. Obviously that's what's happening with all the JDM stuff. It's all really heavily demanded. But anyways, that's some backstory and facts about this car. Now let's get into the review and showcase of this car. Alright, so one little thing, I'm going to mention this just so that people don't question what it is. Some people might think this is some kind of rabbit dropping or something. No, this is a little rock. It is iron ore. It's just them circular things you find all over in the UK at the surface. So it is just one of them. It just works. It's the perfect size to hold these cards up, so I'm using that for now. I don't know, I think that'll be a permanent thing. Maybe I might even paint one just so it's nice to look at. But there you go, that is what it is before we actually talk about the car, for anybody who is questioning that. So this is obviously done in white. It is not a pearlescent or anything like that. It is just a normal flat white. Very nice. And it has the Chasing J's logo on the side. Very cool to see that. We also have the side marker, which has also been done. I'll zoom in a little bit for you there. You can see this casting is very nice. Now we'll get later what near the end of the review, so stick around. The mainline version out, so we can compare the castings, see what the differences might be, see if the casting's the exact same. You see what the details are like, are the headlights the same, are the rear lights the same, etc. But there you go. This car has the 6-spoke premium rear riders on this one as well, and it does have wing mirrors. Its front windows are also wound down, and that lets us see that lovely red interior. I think that just makes the car look so much sportier, and it really does match. I like this white and red colour scheme. I think it's a really slick design for cars of this era, and obviously quite a bold colour scheme there. Not many people would choose that. Alright, that's really the side, nothing else to report on. Let's move along to the front and the hood of this car. Okay, so hopefully you can see the front of the car. It's quite difficult to see. Maybe if I spin around a little bit like that, you can see it a little bit better. So quite a nice tempo work here. So we have the headlights which have been done. They look very realistic. We also have the front grille which has been done in black tempo, nicely done. We also have the lower vents which have been tempoed there as well. And that main I suppose, vent there, where the intercooler would be. Behind is actually part of the casting. It is a metal cutout, and then they use the, I believe, well, I don't know what they're using for that actually in this one. Somebody can probably let me know. Are they using the metal base? That'd be interesting if they are, but because the interior is red, so they can't be using that. It's not red in there, and there's no other black plastic as far as I'm aware. That's interesting. And we also have that Honda badge on the hood, and we also have the, and I found this out, these are window washer fluid squirters. So that's what those are, those little black dots. Really cool. You could also see this car has a nice sun strip which reads Chasing Jays. That's what this whole car is themed about. Obviously the logo on the side as well. Up on top you can also see it is quite nicely done. So you have that little aerial, that's what that is. This car had a little aerial there. That little black dot, it is actually meant to be there. It's not an error. I've heard a few people talking about that in groups. About, is it an error? No, it is not. It is actually the aerial in real life. And they've actually gone ahead and, oop, I moved the card a little bit there. You can see they've done all the body lines in black on the roof, interestingly, in Tampo. That's quite interesting that they decided to do that. It does highlight the lines a lot nicer though. So there you go, that's really the detailing on the top. Now to the rear of this car. Alright, so now looking at the rear of the car. Firstly, you can see the exhaust is created using the metal base, which is obviously painted in black. Very cool. We also have the rear lights which have been done. They're very realistic looking. So you can see the rear lights done as well as the reverse lights which are in black. And then we also have the indicator. I'm pretty sure they did it in black just so that it would stand out from the actual colour of the car so that people could easily see that. You can also see on the license plate it reads Chasing Jays once again. And we also have that Honda badge returning. Obviously it's a Type R, so it has the red Honda badge. Obviously the regular Hondas have the black, I believe, behind. I think it's black, but yes, I know the Type R has the red behind the H. And we also have some nice window stickers on the back. I like that. So it has Chasing Jays, then it has the Hot Wheels logo, then it has a Ravs sponsor and a Toyo Tires sponsor as well. Really cool. And you can see that giant wing, which this car is very known for. A really cool hatchback with that giant wing in the actual metal casting itself. And you can see those highlight lines. I'm not sure why they did it, but it does look quite nice. They run all the way around the rear window and up there. Can you see that? So there you go. That's really this car. The other side of the car will be the exact same. So don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. It usually is on every single car, and I just say pause the video. So there you go. That's the showcase of the car. Now to my review, thoughts, and we'll also compare with the mainline version next. Okay, so I'm actually going to do the comparison before I do my review. So let's take a look. So here is the mainline. This is the yellow version. There was a white one, but I don't have that one. So here you go. These are the details. You can see the casting is the exact same. But you can see the indicator is on this one. This one doesn't have the indicator. Front lights and front badge is all the same, but the premium has a nice front grille tampo and bottom vents tampos, but this one doesn't. And the rear lights, which are why I wanted to do this, are completely different. So on this one, it's kind of lazily done. We just have the red splodge with like some kind of silver going through it. And we have the more detailed rear lights on this one. So there you go. They both have license plate, both have the Honda badge. This one does not have those outlines on the top tampoed. This one does, as you can see. So there's your differences. The interiors are the same, everything else. The wing mirrors are there. So there you go, that is the comparison. Not a whole lot different, but there is some differences. Anyways, now on to my review. I think this is a really, really nice car. Do you know what? I'm going to get rid of this. There you go. This is a really, really nice car. I'm really happy that this came to premium. I know it really deserved that treatment. Although the white version of this car that was in the mainline did look good, I've never been too big of a fan of this one. It's a funky colour, to be honest. I do like the wheel choice on this one. The black does fit with this colour, but I don't know. It's a bit of an odd one. Not quite as nice as the Prelude, I don't think, this one here. I think the Prelude's a really solid one, but anyways, I've already done a review on that one. This one is phenomenal. I really love the look of this one. It is just great. It's done perfectly. The casting is awesome. It's nice to see a hatchback coming, because I know a lot of times they're really neglected in terms of like cars being cast by brands. Really awesome to see this. So that leads me to my score. What am I going to give this out of 10? I'm going to be giving this car a solid 10 out of 10. It's going to be a 10 out of 10. I think it's perfect, and I'm not just giving this a high rating because it's JDM. I think the premium stuff has been solid, and this is definitely no exception. So there you go, that is it for this video. If you enjoy, make sure to like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Remember, you can also press that notification bell so you do not miss any of my new uploads. Remember, you can also share this video with any friends, family, or in any groups who may be interested. But remember, don't feel pressured to. If you don't feel like you have anybody who you know who may be interested, you being here and watching to the end matters a lot to me. So I really do appreciate that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.